Graphics can play an important role in your InDesign projects. InDesign can import a wide range of graphic file formats, from images like JPEG and native Photoshop files or .psd files, to PDF files, to Adobe Illustrator files. In this newsletter design, you'll place several graphics using different methods with the place command and frames. In order to follow along, open this practice file from the downloadable practice files for this tutorial. So you can see the entire page, choose View, Fit Page, and Window. Graphics you add to an InDesign document need to be in a frame. You can create placeholder frames that you can add the images to later, or InDesign can create the frame for you as you place or import a graphic file. To start, you'll create a placeholder frame, then you'll place a graphic in it. Select the rectangle frame tool in the Tools panel on the left, and hold down the mouse button to reveal other shapes you can create. Select the rectangle frame tool. Out in the document, you're going to draw a frame. Starting on the left edge of this column at the top, click and drag to draw a frame that spans both of these columns. When you get to the edge of the column on the right, a small arrow will appear next to the pointer. That means that it will snap to the column guide. When it snaps, release the mouse button to create the frame. With the frame selected, you can now place a graphic in it. To do that, choose File, Place. The Place command is used to place all kinds of graphic files, text files, and more. In the Place dialog box, navigate to the downloadable practice files for this tutorial. In the Links folder, select the image named Jellyfish. On Mac, click the Options button down here to reveal more options. On both Mac and Windows, make sure that Show Import Options is not selected. You can change options about the graphic as you place it, but we don't need to do that. Click Open. The image is placed in the frame at 100% of its original size. So if the image is larger than the frame you drew, some of it may be hidden. If the image were smaller than the frame, it wouldn't fill the frame. You'll learn about resizing and fitting images to frames in the video in this tutorial on moving, resizing, and fitting graphics. Next, you'll place multiple graphics at the same time. This can save you time. This time, you'll have InDesign create a frame for you and also place an image into an existing frame you see down here. Choose Edit, Deselect All, so you can deselect this image. When you place a graphic, if a frame is selected, the graphic in the selected frame will be replaced by default. Now you'll place the next two graphics. Choose File, Place. In the Place dialog box, make sure you navigate to the downloadable practice files for this tutorial again, and in the Links folder, select the image named Sea Lion. To select another image, press the Shift key and click to select the image named Sea Turtle as well. Then click Open. Since no frames were selected, you should see the loaded graphics cursor now, and you should see a thumbnail of one of the images and also a number telling you how many graphics you are placing. If you press the right or left arrow keys on your keyboard, you can cycle through the images. When you see the image of the turtle, this one, move the pointer into the third column over here and click and drag to create a frame. As you drag to place the image, you'll notice that the frame is drawn in the same proportion as the image. In other words, the width and height of the frame change proportionally together. Release the mouse button to place the graphic. When you place a graphic this way, you're essentially scaling or resizing it as you place it. There's one graphic left to place in the loaded graphics cursor. The frame you see down here has an X in it, which means it was created with a frame tool and is most likely a placeholder for a graphic. To place the image in this frame, move the pointer over the frame. When the loaded graphics cursor changes, you should see a parentheses now. Click to place the image in the frame at its original size. Choose Edit, Deselect All. Now you know how to place graphic files in Adobe InDesign. You can start to explore the different methods you learned for adding different types of graphics files in your own projects. Save a copy of this file by choosing File, Save As, and make sure to name it something different. That way you don't overwrite the original file.